Good morning. It is a Wednesday and it's time for another meditation. Um, so, uh, Jerry is on vacation, so we had to do several meditations in advance, several email prayers in advance. So I didn't know until midnight last night what my prayer was for this morning, and it worked out well because it was something I'd been thinking about in the last few days, and that is gratitude. So I want to read you this little, I don't know whether it's a poem, but it probably is. It's called Savoring the Good. I have many things to be thankful for, God, and sometimes I remember them, and other times I forget. When something large or small goes wrong, it fills my mind, and I forget those things for which, when I remember that I am thankful. Help me to remember the good things, God, to name them, to savor them, and to be thankful to you. And this is anonymous and was found in Angel Fire. Over the years, we've all heard the term attitude of gratitude. And it worked for me for a long time thinking about that. It worked for me most of my life. Um, and I decided to look up this morning what attitude actually means. And the dictionary.com defines it as a manner, disposition, feeling, position, etc., with regard to a person or thing, a tendency or orientation, especially of the mind. And that fits it somewhat, but not really totally. And what I've decided is that, and I think some people probably know this, gratitude is is the cause and not the effect. Gratitude is something that you have to have in your consciousness. Um, and I've been grateful most of my life for many, many things, but it wasn't until COVID that I really had to shift into a different gear. Um, and I was lucky that before it started, like in February, there was a class that Reverend Edith was teaching on abundance, and she had asked board members to please take the class. So several of us did, and we took this class, and then we ended up doing it on Zoom because of the COVID. And we had a gratitude partner, and my partner Susan and I actually kept it up for probably a month after, or maybe 6 weeks after it finished. But that daily routine of saying three things, we usually texting three things to each other, was really good. It was good for me. It was good for her. I think it's just a good practice. I have friends like Cheryl who have a gratitude journal and they write it down every day. And I would like to think I could do that, but I'm not sure how disciplined I am. So having somebody that kind of forces me to do that um, is better for me. But what it has done is it has shifted my consciousness completely. And so as I go to bed every night, I think about what I'm grateful for. Reverend Gretchen has said that this is what she does, and she doesn't get past, she does it for her whole body, and she doesn't get past, sometimes the neck, up is what she gets because she goes to sleep. And I have been doing that since she told me that. It's been a few months. And that's what I go to sleep with every night, is being grateful for those things that I never think about. And what I do in the morning is to be grateful those things that I think about every morning when I wake up, so I can do my gratitude. And it's made a difference. Um, so it is the cause and not the effect. Not being grateful for something after something's happened, but being grateful for anything. Um, so with it makes you gratitude makes you have to be present in the moment, and it brings you to conscious contact with spirit. You're going to be with spirit. I found this other thing because one of the things that I've been thinking about is we're all in COVID. We're in limbo. We're going on this roller coaster. Yes, we're in phase 2, and maybe we'll go back to phase 1, and we haven't gotten to phase 3 yet, and we're heading into the holidays and everything. And I think it's really important to be grateful. But I found this little thing from her name is Reverend Felicia Blanco Searcy, and she is the Unity Minister in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. When we shift into gratitude, we shift into our perception and make room for the possibility that darkness may contain the very light we were looking for. If we face the darkness with gratitude, our eyes adjust and we notice things that were hidden in the light. We discover nuances about ourselves, our strengths and abilities that were concealed before. Because the darkness requires us to slow down and be more intentional, we discover what is important. Gratitude is a choice we can make at any point along the way. It is a decision to ignite the darkness with your light and to live fully and completely in all circumstances. And that's what COVID has done for me. It was very depressing at the beginning. There's a lot of reasons. None of us like it. And we're mourning the loss of being able to see our friends and acquaintances and just even go into a grocery store. I haven't been in a real grocery store since March the 12th. So, I miss that. So I I have been, since this all started, I have been very deliberate with my gratitude. I have been grateful with intention, and it has shifted something in me. It has changed my life. Things that have upset me. Politics isn't a good subject to be around this time of year. Um, I am just practicing gratitude. I have a consciousness of gratitude about many things, and I'm very grateful for that consciousness. And it has taken a conscious intention on my part to do that. So, what I would like to do this morning is to invite you to have a conscious intention of gratitude. So, let's just breathe and bring ourselves within spirit. Let's shift our consciousness to the present now moment. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So, I would like you right now to think first about all of the things that you know you are grateful for. It may take a few minutes. And then I want you to think the things that are bothering you and find something about that, each of those things to be grateful for. So let's take a few minutes and practice being intent, having an intention of gratitude. Okay, so let's come back to the present moment, to breathing in and out, and open your eyes. I want you to think today about those things that you thought of that you were grateful for, and those things that you kind of had to struggle to find. I remember at the beginning of this, I think we were all kind of in shock and probably struggling for something to be grateful for. And I think the first thing that I became grateful for, which kind of surprised me, I'm in my office right now and I can look out my window right here, and I have a bird bath, and I have a tree stump that I have a bird feeder on. And I was amazed at the number of doves that I don't remember having seen in my neighborhood much before. That may have only been a consciousness on my part. And I have put out food and water a lot, but never with intention. And I've been doing it every day. I put the water out. Every other day, I put the feed out. And my intention has brought great gratitude, because I can look out my window while I'm writing and I can see birds all day long, different kinds I've never seen. Um, so, having intention opens you up for what is around and what is out there. So I would invite you to find someone of like mind that you can start a gratitude partnering with, and you can do it in the morning or you can do it in the evening. I actually have two gratitude partners, and one does it in the evening and one does it in the morning. It is just wonderful to have that consciousness, to have that intention every day, knowing that you have to figure out at least three things you're grateful for. It opens you up for many, many more. And to do gratitude throughout today, and try it with intention, to be intentionally grateful for things, because gratitude's our heart's response to infinite blessings. We all have infinite blessings, and some of them we don't count. I also invite you to maybe be grateful, appreciative, thankful to somebody in your life. If not every day, try it 2 or 3 times a week to send a text or an email about how grateful you are that they are in your life. That lifts them up, it lifts you up, and it helps the world fill with more peace and more grace and more joy and more love. So I have 3 affirmations for you this morning. Being grateful aligns me with spirit. Being grateful aligns me with spirit. Being grateful aligns me with spirit. God's blessings surround me at all times. God's blessings surround me at all times. God's blessings surround me at all times. I am God's gratitude in action. I am God's gratitude in action. I am God's gratitude in action. So as you go throughout your day, look for things to be intentionally grateful for. And if you keep it up, you'll find more than an attitude of gratitude. You will find a consciousness of gratitude, which shifts how you look at the world. And we could all use a little bit of shifting right now in the circumstances we're in. Have a fabulous day and go forth with gratitude.